Hi guys, welcome back for another video. This is a quick recap of what happened today following our pre-market preparation video that I put out for you guys. So this morning we were very well aware that our sell side liquidity is priced at 24603.75. And we knew that if we break and hold under that level, the market's got no choice but to come to the next sell side liquidity point. How do we find that? We look to the left-hand side and we work our way down and we look for pivot lows in the sequence. So here, that would be the next destination. After that, this would be the next destination, so on and so forth. Right? After that, this would be the next destination, and this, and this, and that. And that's how the market works. So that's how we lay out our liquidity areas, our destinations as to where the market can go. Because the market's always on a mission. It's always on the way somewhere. It's got to fulfill some unfulfilled desire. Okay, so today the desire for the market was that if we hold under 24603.75, we're going to make our way down to this level here from the 4 hour at 24410.25. You guys might recall that point mentioned in the previous video in the pre-market analysis. That is where we went. Okay, now if we look on the hourly time frame, we talked about this level here on the hourly, and that was priced at 24659.25, and we knew very well that if we hold below that level, well, first we're going to have to interact with this one here at 24603.75, which was also the 4 hour pivot low that we just talked about now. Okay, and so after this level, if you note, you'll see that there quite literally is no other pivot low here until this point here. Okay, this stuff is really important, guys. This is how you can understand where the market can go, and you can expand your trades to have huge winners and hold for those gains, right? So when you enter a trade, of course you want to pay yourself maybe 1-to-1, 2-to-1. Everybody has their way for risk management. But once you pay yourself, you go ahead and set a break-even stop. If you like exactly where you got in, otherwise you can use a strategic stop, if you will. And then you must hold that remaining size for a chart-based target, because everything is in the charts, ladies and gentlemen. The market is always going where it must go. Nothing is random. This is a complete design. Okay, so where was that point? It was here. Okay, so how did we take advantage of that off the open? Well, we were looking at the 2-minute time frame off the open. We were looking at the 1-minute time frame. Generally speaking, when we have a lot of volatility, when we have a lot of range in a market, we want to dial down that time frame. If the market's ranging, it's consolidating, it's sideways, and candle sizes are small, then you want to up your time frame. But in cases like today, where you can see that the ATR for the 1-minute time frame itself is around $40 off the open, right? Then in that case, you can most certainly trade the 1 minute. So what happened here, you can see that we broke under this level. It had to get here. Broke under this level, eventually had to come here. And you can see before it got here, it had to bounce up, test this breakdown point in a 4-hour time frame, over, under. Sellers are in control, made its way down to the final destination. So what are the trades that we took, or trades that we could have taken using the strategies that I teach? Well, today specifically, our weapon of choice was the BCH strategy. I'm not going to go into detail as to what that strategy is here, but if you want to learn more, feel free to join our Zoom sessions. I'll be happy to teach you and go through it in great detail. It's very specific, very easy to do, and highly, highly effective. It's great if you're into scalp trading, okay? If you want to see quick gains, if you're the type who likes that quick satisfaction of seeing a trade work out for you right away, that instant gratification, well, this is for you. So the trade that we took in the morning from the BC8, this is the first impact we had. And when I say here, I mean quite literally that price. Okay, that is, oh, please accept my apologies. This was the price. This was the entry at 700, 24,700. That was our first short that was provided from the BC8 system that I teach my members here. After that, we had this set up here at this peak if you wanted to add, and then we had this set up here if you wanted to take it again and again and again. Finally, in the end, the last short was here, and that would have stopped out. Okay, but you see you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 winners in a row. For me personally, I don't recommend getting out at 1R and then hitting the next setup and taking the next one and the next one. You want to let something run. Okay, so like I was just going over, we take our setup here, take a partial, okay, and then you hold the rest for a chart-based target. What was that target? This level here, 410. Okay, so today, using the pre-market analysis and understanding the destinations of the market and where it can go and applying the BCA strategy, well, on Zoom Live today, we had a 300-point move off of the BCA strategy entry. All in all, today is an amazing day. We had fantastic follow through off the open. To be honest with you, based on the pre-market video as well, I didn't expect it. The day before FOMC minutes, usually the market's in that state of uncertainty. Tomorrow it most probably will be, but today we had fantastic range. And when we have range, we can succeed greatly as day traders. That's what we're looking for. We're looking for movement. If the market's not moving, we can't make money. All right, so today it certainly moved. And so 300 points sealed the day. Now, of course, there were other trades that you could have taken. For example, when we arrive to this area, which is a last resort, okay, a lot is riding on this level. The entire market is watching this 24-410. Market makers know about it. Hedge funds know about it. The bankers, everybody's watching this final level. You might ask why. Well, the next level below 24-410 was 24,159. Okay, so you can see that below this level, the next one is quite, frankly, this price. So you had 250, 300 points move, continuation to the next level. And so when we finally arrive here, there's a lot riding on it. You've got to consider how much it's already moved right off the open, good solid 400 points. So there's going to be a reaction most likely there. So it picked up sell side liquidity and started to make its move back up. Okay, where did it run to? Things don't just move around by accident or randomly. Okay, again, like I said, and I always say, market is a design. So where did the market go to? We ran into the 410 sell side liquidity, the area I talked about in the pre-market. We went under and over, and where did we go? The 60-minute breakdown point. Okay, that is a pivot low here in a 60-minute time frame. That is where we broke down from. Let me show that to you in a smaller time frame. Okay, so this level here, see that? That's your 60-minute pivot low. That's your 60-minute breakdown. So when we broke down below it, what did the market have to do? Well, I don't like to say have to, but what did it really want to do? It wanted to retest it. Okay, guys, you know, or maybe you don't, that the market loves to retest breakout points. So if you've got yourself a breakout point like this, okay, and then the market decides to eventually break out of it and continue to fly, what is it very likely to do? Come back and pick up liquidity from here and retest the market's prior decision to break past it. Okay, and that's exactly what happened here. Market broke down, picked up liquidity, had no choice but to come back up structurally and retest this liquidity point from the past. And of course, there was a bit of consolidation there. There was a battle, you know, are we going to break over and continue to run higher, or are we going to get back under and then start to move lower again? Well, in this case, it moved lower, and we've run into intraday demand from here, making it start to bounce up again. It's now claimed this previous break point, and chances are, overall, it's on its way here, because that is this buy side liquidity. That's where the market's being drawn to, and so we're probably going to have this move up here. But hey, none of this even matters, because we made our money. We got our trade here, got a 300-point move. That's all you need, guys. You don't have to sit around and try to master the market and make money left, right, and center. You get that one good trade, you pay yourself, you hold for a chart-based target, and you're out of here. Okay, so amazing day today. The Zoom team banked like crazy. Everybody's just shocked at how well these systems are working. And we're going to do it again tomorrow. So until further notice, take care. Hope you enjoyed the video. And there's going to be a lot more coming, guys.